Дорогие друзья, здравствуйте. Хочу вам сказать, что в своем тренировке так спорт, так бывает. Друзья, фанатам спасибо за поддержку. Чуть подождите. Мир любит сильно.
No, he's a big fight. He's trained very hard. If you don't fight, you don't get paid. You imagine the cost involved in a training camp. You know, booking places to set the camp up, bringing the sparring partners in, the nutritionists, the chefs, trainers, and everybody, and you don't get paid. It's a massive loss. You can't insure it, or if you do, it costs a fortune to insure. But very, very disappointing.
The boxing world has been thrown into chaos as shocking reports suggest that Oleksandr Usyk, the reigning WBC heavyweight champion, could be forced to pull out of his highly anticipated crossover showdown with Rico Verhoeven. Fans had been eagerly counting down to what was supposed to be a historic clash between one of boxing's most technically gifted heavyweights and one of kickboxing's most formidable stars. However, rumors of a serious injury sustained by Usyk during training camp have cast a shadow over the entire event, leaving promoters, broadcasters, fighters, and fans alike in a state of uncertainty. The whispers began circulating quietly at first, but insiders like Liam Goff confirmed that Usyk may have suffered an ankle injury while preparing for the fight. Details remain scarce, and even Usyk himself has addressed the rumors, acknowledging that problems in camp have affected his plans, while still expressing confidence and gratitude toward his supporters for their patience as speculation mounts. Despite Usyk's calm demeanor, the growing number of sources reporting issues in camp has intensified concern that this fight may be in jeopardy. Promoter Frank Warren opened up about the massive financial stakes involved, highlighting the immense cost of organizing a fight of this scale. Training camps at the elite level are incredibly expensive. Facilities must be booked, sparring partners flown in, nutritionists and chefs hired, and an entire team of coaches and specialists employed to ensure every detail is accounted for. With all that investment, a canceled fight represents not only a financial loss for the fighter, but also for promoters, broadcasters, and fans who have already engaged heavily with the event. Warren stressed that this is not a minor setback. The scale of the loss is enormous. "You imagine the cost involved in a training camp," he said, "bringing in sparring partners, nutritionists, chefs, trainers, and everyone. If you don't fight, you don't get paid. It's a massive loss and very disappointing." The sudden injury has left the entire team scrambling, creating panic and uncertainty behind the scenes, as decisions must be made quickly with the stakes higher than ever. Modern fight camps are notoriously grueling, and Eddie Hearn emphasized just how intense preparation has become for top-level fighters. Athletes push themselves through multiple sparring sessions every day, living and training with 7 or 8 other fighters, constantly testing their limits in preparation for the fight. While these camps are designed to elevate performance, they also increase the risk of injury, especially when fighters are pushing the boundaries of their physical capabilities. Johnny Nelson criticized the management of Usyk's camp, suggesting that some activities may have been reckless, potentially contributing to the injury. Doctors have since stepped in to monitor Usyk's condition closely, with medication and treatment protocols carefully evaluated to avoid further complications. The level of scrutiny indicates that the injury could be more serious than initially thought, further heightening the tension surrounding the fight. The excitement for this matchup was understandable. Usyk's movement, timing, and ring IQ make him a uniquely dangerous opponent in the ring, capable of punishing even the smallest mistakes with precise footwork and accuracy. While Rico Verhoeven is one of the most powerful and unpredictable fighters in kickboxing history, analysts have repeatedly emphasized that boxing and kickboxing are entirely different skill sets, and in a boxing context, Usyk holds a significant advantage. Tony Bellew noted that while the early rounds might present challenges due to Verhoeven's size and movement, Usyk's experience and technical mastery would likely allow him to take full control once he settled into his rhythm. "If Rico somehow wins," Bellew remarked, "it would be one of the biggest shocks in combat sports history." Comparisons have been made to the Francis Ngannou versus Tyson Fury crossover, but Usyk's technical skill, discipline, and focus make him an even more dangerous operator in a boxing ring. Analysts have highlighted that Usyk's footwork, precision, and understanding of distance are virtually unmatched at heavyweight, giving him the ability to neutralize even the strongest opponents. Fans are now caught in a whirlwind of speculation and anticipation. Social media has exploded with debate, videos, and commentary as every new update about Usyk's condition spreads across platforms. Some fans remain hopeful that he will recover in time to step into the ring, believing that his preparation and mental toughness will allow him to overcome the setback. Others fear the worst, suggesting that the fight may be canceled entirely and that the massive buildup and investment could go to waste. The uncertainty has created a rare situation where every statement, every insider tip, and every small development is dissected and analyzed, making this fight as much about narrative and suspense as it is about the athletes themselves. Experts continue to weigh in on what this matchup would have meant. Max Kellerman and other analysts expressed confidence that Usyk, even at 39 years old, remains at the peak of his abilities. His physical strength, endurance, and mental discipline are reportedly stronger than ever, making him the overwhelming favorite in a boxing context. Verhoeven's power and unpredictability would have introduced a compelling what-if scenario, but Usyk's technical mastery and ability to control distance would likely have neutralized those threats. Analysts highlighted his ability to frame opponents with his lead hand, cut angles, and mirror movements, ensuring that any overcommitment or misstep is immediately punished. Every aspect of Usyk's skill set contributes to a strategic advantage that few opponents can match. Behind the scenes, the fight camp has faced immense pressure. Training expenses continue to accumulate, and the uncertainty surrounding Usyk's condition has caused stress not only for him, but also for promoters, broadcasters, and fans. Frank Warren noted that the late arrival of injury news created panic across the organization, with every detail from TV broadcasting to fighter readiness hanging in the balance. The financial and emotional stakes have never been higher, and the potential impact of a canceled fight extends far beyond the athletes themselves. If Usyk is unable to compete, the ramifications could reshape perceptions of crossover events in combat sports, highlighting the risks involved in preparing for fights that push the limits of athletic performance and fan expectation. The public fascination with this fight has only grown due to the uncertainty. Analysts, commentators, and fans are all locked into the story, dissecting every clip, every training photo, and every insider statement. The hype surrounding Usyk versus Verhoeven has reached a fever pitch precisely because of the drama, turning speculation and rumor into a global talking point. Even casual fans who might not usually follow combat sports are captivated by the narrative of skill, power, and uncertainty. The combination of high stakes, financial risk, and a potential historic outcome has made this one of the most discussed events in recent memory. Despite the injury rumors, Usyk's reputation as one of boxing's smartest heavyweights remains intact. Experts emphasize that his mental approach, preparation, and ability to adapt inside the ring set him apart from nearly every other fighter in the division. Even at 39, his conditioning and discipline are said to be unmatched, and he continues to train as if the fight will happen, maintaining the physical and mental edge necessary to dominate elite opponents. Analysts note that Usyk's approach to preparation and attention to detail make him an extraordinarily difficult opponent, capable of controlling the pace, timing, and distance in ways that few can match. The combination of tactical brilliance and technical skill ensures that, in a boxing context, Usyk remains the clear favorite. The potential impact of this fight extends beyond the ring. If the bout goes ahead, it will represent a historic clash between two disciplines, elite boxing and elite kickboxing. If Usyk is forced to withdraw, It would represent not only a major disappointment for fans, but also a significant disruption in the world of combat sports, where crossover events are rare and highly anticipated. The stakes are heightened further by the global attention the fight has already generated, the financial investment in both camps, and the historical significance of the matchup itself. The boxing world is effectively holding its breath, awaiting clarity on whether Usyk will recover and step into the ring, or whether this momentous event will be postponed or canceled altogether. Fans and analysts alike continue to debate the implications. While some see the injury as a temporary setback that Usyk can overcome with proper recovery and treatment, others are skeptical, citing the intensity of modern fight camps and the physical toll on even the most elite athletes. Social media continues to amplify every rumor and insider report, creating a feedback loop of speculation and analysis. Every new piece of information is dissected and shared, contributing to a narrative that has taken on a life of its own beyond the actual athletic contest. The intrigue surrounding the fight has transformed it into a global talking point, with each development generating further discussion and debate. In the end, one thing is clear. The Usyk versus Verhoeven fight has become much more than a simple matchup between two athletes. It represents the pinnacle of preparation, the risks inherent in high-level combat sports, and the drama that unfolds when uncertainty intersects with global attention. Whether Usyk recovers and steps into the ring or is forced to withdraw, the story has already captured the imagination of fans worldwide. Analysts, commentators, and insiders continue to weigh in, each adding to the narrative and deepening the suspense. The world waits, watches, and speculates as the drama unfolds, knowing that when Usyk and Verhoeven finally face off, or if the fight is canceled entirely, the outcome will leave a lasting mark on the history of combat sports. The stakes could not be higher, and every second of anticipation only intensifies the global fascination with this historic and unprecedented showdown. Until a final decision is announced, the entire boxing world remains on edge, glued to every update, every statement, and every sign of progress or setback. The questions remain. Will Usyk overcome this setback? Will he step into the ring at his peak? And will fans finally witness the epic clash they have been waiting for? Or will the controversy and uncertainty overshadow what should have been a historic moment in combat sports? Only time will tell. And until then, the suspense continues to grip the global audience, as the drama surrounding Oleksandr Usyk and Rico Verhoeven unfolds with every passing hour.